Sneak's record label is called House Gangster. I'm a house gangster.
I'm a house gangster. Yeah.
And you've had how long? For how many years have you had that label?
It's probably been I would say 4 or 5 years now.
Oh, okay.
But the brand itself and the T-shirts and the whole movement for almost 10 years, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so how did that come about? What do you mean gangster?
Well, it means a lot of things to different people, but for us Chicago boys, it means that just like Americans say, you know, that's gangster, that's gangster. Different people have different meanings for it, right?
Right.
For me, I in 2004 or 5, when the really horrible electro came through and destroyed everything, this is when I wrote a thing about keeping house music alive.
Right.
And that was the first time that I had released that term of, like, you know, becoming a house gangster, meaning like fighting for what you love, and for that, for me, that meant house music.
Yeah.
Like the real house music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, it became like a slogan for a campaign that involved all my fans who love house music, and then it just kept growing and growing and growing. It's about them and what they offer and what they bring to it. And a lot of people just like it, man. I mean, they just like to be house gangsters. They like to be at home listening to house music, and being gangster about it.
Yeah, and we love that too. And just like your latest single, "Hustling for House," you're still out there pushing it.
"Hustling for House" is an offshoot brand of "I'm a House Gangster." It's the same text that we use in our famous logo shirt.
Oh, okay.
That everybody kind of likes to wear, and so "Hustling for House" is like we're still hustling, we're still doing what we have to do, without having to be too gangster sometimes for people. It scares them. So we're toning it down with this hustling for house.
Right. Very good. Very good. So you're going to be releasing a lot of music on I'm a House Gangster label.
Yeah.
And some of that music, no, not all of it, but a lot of that music was made just a few blocks away from here. Tell us where.
Yeah, where you're located, which is on Spring, right behind here is a street called Nod. Same number, 1640. And there was a studio there that I was working with a good friend of mine who was helping me put this project together. I'll call it project because it started as an album, but it just ended up being much bigger. So now, after holding on for it for a while and trying to see what the best options were, I thought it'd just be right to put it on the label that we've been promoting. So the first 3 EPs are DJ Sneak EPs, you know, a couple of features with Kid Enigma. I have one with Snoop Dogg and George Clinton and Nipsey Hussle.
Wow.
Like, there's a few things that are about to, you know, put new energy into the label.
That's
basically
freaking awesome. And so, J-Dubs, you're going to be the label manager.
Yep, label manager.
And so what are your plans?
Well, I mean, we're going to continue to promote I'm a House Gangster. With a whole year, we got a whole year of releases planned with some amazing artists, people like Jesse Perez,
Paul Johnson, Trip Masters,
Paul Johnson, that is a legend from the UK, right? That guy's got to go back.
Chicago.
From Chicago
He's
originally?
From
Chicago. He still lives in Chicago.
The Get Down Paul Johnson is from Chicago.
Okay.
You remember Get Down, right?
Yeah. But I thought that he had a time in the UK when he became really popular over there. No?
Well, a lot of Chicago people end up being
just like you.
Something in the UK. So he had a lot of great records, and he's still making great music. We had a fun time just at the Winter Conference in Miami a few weeks ago. And just like that, he gave me a bunch of tracks, and I was like, can I release some of this stuff? Because it's great. So I got something in the works. So, you know what I mean? I'm reaching for the same people who have pitched in the first 5 years of the label, and then I'm bringing new firepower. You know, I might grab something from Kenny Dope. I might grab something from Todd Terry. You know, people that I know that are on my level musically, meaning like they like the same styles. You know what I mean? So, and then always finding newcomers like the Strip Masters guy. You know what I mean? It's
How did you meet him? Did you meet him in Russia?
No, we actually met through MySpace.
Oh,
So and you know what I mean. And I was like, well, how many of you? Because it's Trick Masters. He's like, one. And I was like, well, what's your name, Trick Masters? I don't know. It's just one. But this dude is like solid. He's really, really solid. A student of American culture and I could tell you American music.
right.
He loves Detroit and Chicago music. When we get together, we can talk about Dance Mania records.
Oh, okay.
And somebody like Paul Johnson and get all geeked up and then go and make a Dance Mania style track. You know what I
Right.
mean? Because we're on that same level, you know?
That's very cool.
Yeah.